I cut off. I was gonna say, the way I'm working, this book is my first and potentially my last, but shit, I might be crafting and coming up with other books at the drop of a dime. I never really know, you know? I also said before I probably got cut off that I've not really dove into other TI literature like I should and really read things from their perspective, which I probably should, and I will. You know, let's get caught up. Let's do what we're supposed to do, right? Let's dive into the literature, right? Let's see what each TI is talking about. Let's see the points that they make, the claims that they make. Try to help some of them argue their point better if they couldn't or they didn't really do a good job of making their point. Because some of them have the TI Bible, right? I think Eleanor White, right? Eleanor White did it so good that she's supposedly the TI Bible or whatever. So I want to formulate my shit in the first draft to be its own entity that just blows me out the water personally. Then I want to go in, make it juicier, make it more strengthened. And I also want to cite Eleanor White and other people. Now, one thing I'll notice though, one thing I will admit in the literature is a lot of the literature is actually women. Like the ratio of a man is like 15 to 1 or 14 to 1 for every, or no, 9 to 1 or 8 to 1. It's really large, right? A large gap. It's like 9 to 1 for every, 6 or 7 to 1 for every TI literature book in terms of men and women. Women outnumber men in targeted individual literature at least 6 to 1. For every 6 books you can find, for every 1 book you can find from a man, there's at least 6 more from a woman. And I'm like, damn, the ratio is crazy. It's like women were targeted more by the system. You would think it's men, right? The way that it happens, and if you're a man that goes through it, and you self-publish or whatever, I don't fucking know, right? If you're a man that goes through this shit, then you know, like, this shit is something else, it's something different. I think it's crazy that your own flesh and blood, your own fucking family will run you through the shit. But that's just me. Okay, so one of them was probably eating or whatever. I think. I'm gonna see this gummy. Found a goddamn edible on the ground. It might be fucking edible. Probably not. Don't pick up shit off the ground. I don't recommend it, whatever, but oh, it's one piece. So it's a 20 milligram like edible that you're supposed to cut up into 4s. I'm gonna take this with me, because when I decide to, I'm gonna get high as a fucking kite in a place where I can't be attacked for it, right? Let's see my bottles here. We found edible. We got an edible out of it. That's a great fucking day. But we can't get high. We cannot get high, especially edible high. We can't get high. Because weird-ass rituals happen when I'm high and under the influence. And they see that as a time to jump. They see that as a time to dog whistle in my house, in a workplace, you know. They attack you when you're high. I need you to know that. I got that on video or whatever. Cool, right? They attack you when you're high. You need to know that. They attack you when you're high. So you cannot be under the influence around some people. Nah, I don't need to go in there. But I was going to go in that gate and pee. But that's still probably on camera or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, let me just go in this corner. This nice little corner that I found yesterday. It's always been here, but I've never really done it until some guy who lives right there pulled up, got out, went in his house. But he can't even see me pee from this angle because it's like the wall is like closed off, right? Let me put my phone in my pocket. Which I kind of want to note that too, right? I'm glad I got that. I feel as if sometimes I feel as if sometimes they leave you bottles because they know you like bottles, you cash bottles, whatever. Sometimes they don't, you know? It depends. It's whatever, right? But I had no idea that, like, my life would just be this, right? Where I'm just living in the fucking truth. And a lot of shit is exposed. A lot of shit is revealed. You know? It's unmasked for what it truly is. The universe has a funny way of talking to me directly and telling me, and sometimes I either get the message or sometimes I don't. Now I know gang stalkers that are fucking stupid gonna take this and make it about them and try to be more than a background character, right? I get it, that's cool. You know, it's a chance for you to be fucking relevant, so go for it, right? And it's not that they're irrelevant, it's just like, bro, you're getting fucking weirdly attacked by somebody or some type of entity or whatever that doesn't even fucking know you, right? If it is on a spiritual level, then I understand why. I finally see. I get it now, right? But I did not before. I didn't before, and understandably so. You can understand why I wouldn't get it. It just kind of is what it is, right? I was a cop that did the little horn or the little honk at me or whatever. Sometimes capos pay me a visit. Sometimes, they don't. Hamtramck police is a lot different than Detroit police. Hamtramck police just drive around and let you know, like, hey, we're driving around, we're on duty, whatever, It's the gangstalking shit, blah, blah, blah. But Detroit police, they sit in. They actually join you. They chill, let's just hang out, have coffee together, right? We're in the back pocket of the system that's designed to keep you from spilling the beans on how demonic the fucking world is, right? And how fucked up the fucking world is, right? While I'm over here like, yo, I don't have anything to do with how fucking demonic the world is. I really don't give a fuck how fucked up it is. It's just, well, since y'all gonna run me through the fucking program, since y'all gonna run me through the system, I may as well, record the shit. May as well talk about it. May as well make a book about it. May as well, simply because y'all leave me no fucking choice. Somebody had nothing to fucking do with this is dragged into it. Again, whoever this is, they got a low tolerance. They ate one fucking edible and was like, oh man, I'm done. I'm high as fuck. Let me go on and drive home while I still can. They got their food all in the fucking parking lot and shit. And instead of putting this shit in the goddamn garbage can. Right there. But whatever. They left me an edible, so I ain't tripping. I want to shut the fuck up. They did you a favor. Long term, not short term, but whatever. And I was talking about how, they do sit-ins, they chill, they pay me a visit. And it's like two completely different energies, two different completely ways of going about it. One is more passive, and the other is more kinetic, I guess you could say, or fucking one is passive and the other is charged. Sure, passive and charged energies, right? One is more active and one is more passive. Neither have a problem with me. It's just, they're tracking that nigga's whereabouts. Like, hey, while you're in our city, we're going to keep tabs on you because they told us to. Every now and then, we may check in, drop in, see what you're doing, this sort of thing. But we ain't tripping, right? Because even before we were on to you, even before we were on to you, you still weren't much of a problem. So it's like, now that we got to keep a watch out for you, you're really not that much of a problem. Because again, aside from you, we still have like dispatch and shit. We still have other work to do outside from you. But the work that you give us is pretty easy. Just drive around. Some guys chilling, some guys probably snacking on something, eating some pizza, you know, mingling, making money, whatever. But knowing the agenda, when the agenda fully decides to fully demonize me, or there's an all-out attack on me, maybe the police will be different. I don't know. I can't confirm that. I can't, I can't. I have like a placeholder name just in case they're watching this, where they think my new name is going to be something, and on the day of, my name might be something completely fucking different. They could do a database search, a complete and fucking entire stalking ass database search, right? And that shit would be illegal. It would be, it would be unjust. All because these people can't get inside of you and corrupt you, because the life force that's inside of you is godlike. It's righteous. Not that you're better than any of these people that they dog whistle or whatever, or you think you're better than any of them. It's just you don't treat people like shit. You might have in the past, you might have healed as a person, you might be a better man, whatever, right? But currently, or a woman, let's not make this gender-based, but for the most part, you're a better individual. You're, you know what I'm saying? You've changed. You've upgraded. And all these people have access to the old ass outdated you and think that they still know you, or think that they have ever known you, when the chance to get to know you was there and they didn't. Well, I don't give a fuck enough. I didn't ask if you give a fuck. That's the thing. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I don't give a fuck. Just close your lips. Just go through the Gangstalking program. Let me know you walk me out the door, and that's that. That's that. Like, you ever had the set of a movie, right, where somebody that's not even in the fucking movie, they're just janitorial for the movie, right? Just come in, clean the set, and wash toilets and shit. They're sitting there trying to tell actors and the fucking directors some shit about the goddamn movie. And it's like, I'm trying to be gentle, right? I'm trying not to put motherfuckers in their place. Like, yo, bro. Not that you're some background character, what the fuck ever. It's just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I don't give a fuck about your piece. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut your ass up. Nobody cares. Shut up. That's the gang stalking part that I wish gang stalkers would get. Like, bro, congratulations. You got paid to be on some weird shit. That's cool. Move the fuck on. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Da, 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 da. Like, okay, that's cool. You're gonna whoop my ass. You can whoop my ass. Congratulations. You want me to clap? You want me to fucking dance? You want me to sing? You want me to bring some fucking Jolly Ranchers? You want to bring some fucking Oreos? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your ass up. And I had a gang stalker jump at me the other day, and I told him directly to his face, right? I'm like, hey, I got grown man strength. I ain't really worried about shit. And it wasn't until I'm like 30 footsteps away that they was like, la, 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 you know, whispering and, you know, because I guess they didn't expect such an indirect but direct way of saying, like, yo, if you want to do something, you're going to do it, and I'm going to react to the shit. It just is what it is. Because we're grown now, you know? Ain't no sense in fucking playing like we're fucking children. Like, let's grow the fuck up. I don't even know you, dude. You're some weird-ass fucking guy on the goddamn street. Wash your clothes at the goddamn laundromat. Take your ass home or sell drugs, whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. You can have $1 million in a fucking bank account. I don't care. Right? I don't care. I only care when I see people doing positive, right? Hell, I even clap for motherfuckers. I even clap for a couple pussies, right? I celebrated their wins, and they took the shit and made it seem like, you know, it was some sort of weird-ass jealousy or envy shit going on. It's like, bro, we ain't in competition. You can never compete with me, dude. You can never compete with me. You can never do what I do. You can never build what I build. Like, the fuck is we talking about? The fuck is we doing? Sleeping under the fan all night probably got me building up a lot of mucus. But I'm touching on a lot, right? I'm covering a lot. I got oil and shit in my eyes. I'll be all right. But I'm touching a lot. I'm covering a lot, thankfully. And over the course of a couple videos, when they come out, I might just upload them raw and then do them later. I don't know. But I appreciate everybody that does sit through the videos, right? I appreciate everybody that does tune in. Everybody that does enjoy the content, right? Because essentially, man, I'm just chilling, just sharing my piece, just giving y'all my thoughts, right? Because what my family doesn't know is, right, if they try to run game on me and I want to stay in Michigan, I'll do the shit, right? I'm spiteful enough to do the shit, to stay in my state and let motherfuckers know I'm continuously building, continuously still getting money, while being in the goddamn state and not going any fucking where. I'll do it, shit. Oh, damn, he ain't go nowhere. He's still here. He's still, you know, doing it in our face. Because that's what my grandma says, right? Stupid ass bitch had a backhanded fucking compliment, like going to the bathroom. Like, bro, that old ass bitch, I swear. My grandmother is such an old ass evil bitch. And it feels good just to say it. Because nobody's ever looked her in the face and told her, like, bitch, you an old ass evil bitch. Her husband died early, and she collected his pension as a result, his benefits, right, as a result. And for the rest of her life, she's getting paid or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And after her, my uncle's probably going to get it, whatever. One of them, I don't know. Maybe my mother. I don't know, right? But she gets that, and that shit kind of has to go towards the cost of her living. So it's like, really, she has a hustle, you know, just like me, just like the rest of us, just like any of us. and she's still miserable, right? You have an income, right? You get an income. You don't have to work, right? You married somebody that has good benefits, and you're still fucking miserable. You're still like this. You're still, you know what I'm saying? I ain't throwing any names out there. I ain't say shit. So when she finds out or when she sees this shit, bitch, nobody's talking to you. I ain't say a single fucking name. Don't even try to be relevant. I could be talking about my goddamn sugar granny for all I fucking know. And what I like about this shit, right? Because my nephew, I think my nephew tried it the other day. He's like, I was looking at your account on Xbox Live, and I was like, I don't think that was me, you know? I don't think that was me, because I've never given you my username or whatever. And I was right. I've never really given him my username. Never really told him anything. He's like, there's 2 accounts. You got 2 accounts, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I don't. I don't have 2 accounts. I don't know what you're talking about. And he just insisted that there was 2 accounts. I'm like, no, nephew, that wasn't me. Because they're trying to brief my nephew, and my nephew doesn't even know at this age, but my family knows that after me, my nephew is next in some capacity. Or they're probably just going to make my nephew fall in line. And I wonder how my sister's going to feel about the whole ordeal when her own son gets entered into the program, right? Her own flesh and blood. Because her dad, his dad was what I like to call entrapped. I think his dad was entrapped to where they got his dad for some murder shit. They got his dad for some sexual innuendo shit. Trying to say that he raped somebody. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I wasn't there. None of us was there. But it's some Rico shit to where he was with somebody, so he had to get the same punishment. And they both are looking at like serious charges or whatever. But I think his shit got reduced down from 30-some years to 17. And if we're blessed, if we're lucky, he can come home before 17, you know? Doing 17 years compared to what the fuck he was looking at really ain't that bad. It really ain't. Even though he kind of shouldn't be locked up, shouldn't be in there, but he was facing 30-something, right? 30 plus. And the judge was fortunate enough to make it 17. The judge was loving enough to make it 17. Shit. If we're lucky, if we're really lucky, the shit can become 7. Because I want little man to have access to his dad. I want little man to grow up with his dad in this life. And I'm going to explain some things to him as well before they can warp him. But I think he already probably knows about like the system top to bottom. It's just, if I say something, is he going to be able to understand? Is he going to be able to get the message? I got a lot of work to do. I had a lot of ground to cover still. Guys that were right there. Right there. Let's see where they go. Let's see where they go. I'm on my gang stalker shit too, bitch. I'm on my gang stalker too shit too, bitch. But anyways, they thought they were intimidating me by letting me know that they knew that I was recording like license plates and shit. You damn right, bitch. But then I realized you can only do so much with that because they can give out burners. So it's like, you know, it's pointless trying to be petty. It's pointless trying to be with the bullshit and all this other shit when you could just say sayonara to a lot of these motherfuckers, to a lot of this shit, and just be done with it. Fuck them, right? Because a lot of this shit really doesn't matter to me, dude. It doesn't. I'm on the verge of considering what I want to eat. It's between like McDonald's, but see, I hate like breakfast menu shit. I don't want French toast and all that. I want like an actual Big Mac or fries, something like that. I hate just breakfast menu shit. I genuinely want something like good to eat. Now, I can go for some pancakes. I can go for something within reason, but I don't want fucking breakfast menu shit, dude. That shit's nasty as fuck. Like bagels and croissants and shit. I'm not paying fucking $8 for a goddamn croissant. I'll pay $8, $9 for a fucking Big Mac or some shit, but not a goddamn croissant. It's just not happening. It's like, bro, bring out the lunch menu, bring out something. Bring out something that's worth like bring out something that's worth $6, not fucking $9 or whatever. Bring it out at 12 o'clock, 12:30, whatever. Stop fucking around, guys. Stop fucking around. And that's what I be on. I don't want breakfast menu shit, dude. I realized that at a certain point. I've been fighting with it. I've been wrestling with it in my head. I'm like, I kind of hate breakfast menu food. I don't want to buy any of it, blah, blah, blah. And then I finalized that thought. I'm like, man, look, all this breakfast menu shit just sucks. I'm not paying like $9 for fucking French toast or a goddamn croissant with some cheese or an egg or whatever that comes with no coffee. A goddamn bagel or some shit. An onion roll bagel is like probably $9 or what the fuck ever. And I'm just not with it. I'm not buying it. I don't want it. Get this shit off the menu. Bring out the real fucking food. I'm sorry if I went on that whole entire rant. I'm making this personal, right? I'm getting more and more personal, getting more vlog-like, doing that sort of thing. And some of this will be edited, some of it won't. Some of it, like I say, I might do a raw version, then I might do a actual uploaded version. Doesn't matter to me. It is what it is. But I'm gonna go on and leave y'all at this. If I need to give y'all any more, I will. Cause we're locked and loaded today. We're locked and fucking loaded. It's been Jordan. I'm gonna see you motherfuckers when I see you.